time for another end of fall project. We haven't got to winter just yet, so we're still ahead of the game. Long story short with this one, there used to be a sliding door on here, and I don't know why, but it was built so heavy that like way heavier than it needed to be. It fell off this summer, and during summer months, not really a big deal to have this open because we put this on as a temporary fix, so that it was still usable. But we've noticed colder weather, it blows right in this side of the barn. So we're going to replace this little bottom swinging door, and basically going to do a double Dutch door that opens from this side instead, so that it will open back against the wall, and hopefully just make things a little easier for coming in and out of the barn. But to do that, we have to cut down some doors that we brought with us from our old goat barn, and we're going to keep this gate for some other use somewhere because it's a little narrow, but these other doors will fill the space better. Hopefully this little repurposing job won't go too badly. So here's one of the two doors, and like I say, these came off of our old goat barn that we moved here, but as we repurposed that, these were sort of laying around, and they're the right width. They're just too tall, but if we cut them down, which we're going to do here in a moment, you can see the other one sitting over there ready to be cut down. If we cut them down, we think we can repurpose these relatively quickly and have a bit more protection on that north side of the or sorry, it's not north, it's actually the east side.
First step was removing the old door and all the spacers that we'd put in to make something that we had work.
Which came out great because I hit it with a sledgehammer and it's out. So
yeah, one whack with the sledgehammer and keep that for scrap for something else, another project. All right, so we're going to
we're ready to
see if this will work.
Yes. You sure you want to do it first?
You want to see? Oops, something caught on the wood. There we are. Pretty tight. I don't know, is that okay? Up top? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. It actually didn't go too bad.
And the 2x4 should lock it in. I like it. We're a little crooked for some reason.
That may be the building, that could be. Well, we got it up. Actually doesn't look too bad from in here. But we went to drill the latches and we need longer bolts. So, not something we have a ready-made supply of here, so we're going to have to go and pick some of those up before we can finish this job. But I don't know, it's
looking pretty good.
Not bad. Nikki, I guess, approves.
No, she just wants in.
But anyways, we're going to go do chores, go get the stuff, and come back to this tomorrow, I think, and get it done. And we're back for day 2 of the gate build, or not gate, barn door build. And it's snowing out. There's the horses out. They usually like it when it's like this, because it's not that cold. It's just a nice light snow. Makes it nicer for them to walk around, given that the ground is frozen. But anyways, we're going to go and get this door built. And done, and off the list, and on to something else. So we're going to go ahead and start with the bottom door here and get some latches on. So we're actually going to put 2 latches. We're going to put one kind of up at the top, which is the normal one, and we are going to put one at the bottom. And the reason we're doing that is essentially because of pigs. If we use this pasture for pigs, something we found is if you don't have the bottom latch, They push on the door and they're strong. Even though they're little, they are very strong. So that can eventually warp the door. And then for the top door, we're going to put one latch on, just, probably about midway, so that if we do want to close this, we can. This morning when we came in, even though we have this window, which we're going to see if we get that far today too. That might be another job for another day, but even though we have that window, having this space closed made a big difference in here as far as it feeling cold. So you two are going to stay in while we're doing this. Oh yes, you think I've got treats. I don't want you licking the camera. There you are. Lynch line back, close up through wide angle lens. So this is the piece we had to get, was the longer bolts, because when we had the plywood on both sides, it didn't stick through. Now it will. So we're going to go ahead and get those on, and yeah, that'll be that. There's the first one. Now, I have to hit this with the hammer and bend it back a bit, but because it's reused and this was bent. But we basically had lost, I don't know what this piece is called, the part that the bolt goes into. So we came up with this idea. It's what are they called? They're ridge conduit staples for holding electrical conduit. And to be honest, I think it'll work pretty good. Alright, so bottom is done. We got both of our what do you call them? Latches done. So we just gotta do the top. The geese would really like out, but we can make that a reality here momentarily. We got our bottom gate latch, our middle gate latch, which is really going to be the main one, and our top gate latch. So I'll show you. It doesn't work too bad. Oh, it's hard to do with one hand, but there you go. It works pretty good. I gotta undo the bottom one before you can come in.
Are you gonna let me in?
Yeah. So the last bit we did was this little hook here. It's into the wall. We just put a chain on it, so it just dangles there. This was just a little extra piece that actually came with the barn. It held the bottom one, but anyway, so that's all we do. And then that can't blow shut or blow around. I mean, it can move in a bit. Getting Charizard the right way.
Yep. There you are. No, it's still not right. No, that went too far. Here, there we go. He's in business. Much better.
All right, so it's getting kind of late in the day, but we're back in the barn, and we've done a lot of hemming and hawing about how to tackle this, because we have a bunch of old windows.
None of them fit.
They don't fit perfectly, so we've kind of abandoned the idea of trying to replace all the barn windows at the moment.
Yes, we're just sealing up the big
one,
bad one.
Right beside the door that we just fixed. So here's the hole. There was some wire mesh on it before. Took that off, made sure not to drop any nails. Cause basically what we're doing is...
A big improvement from last year.
Well, it'll be a big improvement. So this piece of rather thick plexiglass came with the barn.
Yeah, it's like half-inch thick plexiglass.
Yeah, so pretty good thickness. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite big enough to completely fit in the hole. So we built
a framework.
Basically, yeah, and we're going to get that in there. We figured because every animal that's tall enough is going to come and stand here. We didn't want glass, and the plexiglass was probably the better idea, because then there's no chance of somebody breaking it. But anyways, we're going to keep going with this and try to get it done before we desperately have to go do chores, because all of our animals are starving, in case you can't hear.
Out here with Danny, helping us. Hey, being as helpful as a cow can be. Moment of truth, Christopher.
There's our
That's our frame, our boxed-in window frame. We're going to take our piece of plexiglass, put it in. Look, is it a tight squeeze? Brute force has wedged it in there.
Yep.
It's never to come out again. That's our weekend work. We put in what is that, Dutch door?
I think
Double Dutch door or whatever. And finally put in a window.
definitely cuts the wind coming through here quite a bit, filling that that gap and having this door. But it's still nice to have the option to leave this open, right, Nikki? She's looking for food.
Looks sealed up and good, in my opinion.
Yeah. Anyways, we're done for the night. And another night shot on our way in from the barn. It's 20th, so yeah, second shortest day of the year before the days start getting longer. And I'll admit these short days are kind of getting a little old. But anyways, it doesn't fully feel like Christmas is coming, but the Christmas lights are nice, even though they're basically just for us because nobody can really see this from the road.